Hey guys, Colbert here. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, in this one we'll be going over Basilisk. I'll show you how I built mine because I was having trouble in the hard Doom Tower, so I had to basically take a Basilisk and take him to level 60, fully ascend him, and put some gear in him. I'll show you guys my stun set Basilisk that I use for more controlling waves and yeah, just more control, not a lot of damage. And then we'll just change all the gear and showcase him in a blender team, like a Basilisk in a blender team with some endgame gear on. That's gonna be fun. So let's get on with the video. Master. So very quickly, guys, I've got a stun set on him just because he has that A1 that's an AoE. This, of course, will change after when we do that showcase for his damage potential. So the stun set here will bring us a lot of utility because he has an A1 that does an AoE, guys. He attacks all enemies, 25% increase attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. If the attack is critical, we do have 100% crit, so we'll always have that buff. Although for the most of the cases, we don't even need the buff because we already have a big booster that does a 50% buff instead. And then his A2, guys, attacks when an enemy places a stun debuff for 1 turn. So even if you didn't have the stun set, he has a guaranteed stun with his A2. This is why I also went for some accuracy here. So 227 accuracy in him. I could have gone a bit higher, but 220 is pretty much ideal for dungeons. But for Doom Tower, you need a bit more, depending on where you are. And then his passive, guys, revives the champion to 30% HP when killed and plays a block damage buff for 1 turn. This is pretty cool when you want to just annoy other people, especially in arena. When they kill him, he just revives. He becomes just unkillable. Block damage is even better, actually. And then he can just do either his stun or his A1, depending on where you are when he's dead. So masteries for this showcase with the stun set is just War Master and then Support Tree for that extra bit of accuracy. But for the blended team, we're going to change it out and go for Helm Smasher. And of course, all the other damage masteries right here, which we always use, like Cycle of Violence. Although I shouldn't use Cycle of Violence. I'll use... I don't need Cycle of Violence on him because he doesn't do anything other than the stun. So we'll see how we'll build that damage Basilisk in the end. So let's go very quickly and showcase him in a dungeon to see his potential with just a stun set on. So yeah, let's just put in Basilisk and see. Now we'll go with Terrell instead, so he's not weak affinity. So this team, of course, Royal Guard is a bit of an endgame champion. Arbiter, of course, is Arbiter. Oh, we'll just put Gore Grab in here. So this is the team we're going in Dungeons 20. Let's go in there and see Basilisk and what he can do. Basically with that stun set, how much control he can bring you with that A1 and of course that A2. So there's that A1 there. He didn't even try to go with an A2. I'm guessing because of how low the enemies are. So he's not trying to stun anybody. He's just trying to help the others kill the enemies. So I guess that's cool. So I'm guessing on the next round, he will be going for that stun because everybody will be full health. No, he didn't go for the stun. So his AI works very, very weird. We do get the control there, but his AI seems to be lacking there. I don't see him going for that A2. Oh, there's the A2. Okay, that was weird. It hit for 53k, which is quite nice, actually. I didn't expect it to hit 53k with the gear that I have on, barely any critical damage. So I wonder, once we put on the proper gear, on what he's gonna do. So you guys saw that he keeps doing his A1, which is actually cool. When you do have the stun set on him, it means he can bring that more control if you have a much weaker team. A much weaker team means, yeah, you need more control to actually succeed instead of this one, which is more of a brute force with that Royal Guard. But nevertheless, you saw how much control he brings, and that's why I actually picked him to take him to 60, so I can do that secret room in the Doom Tower. So there it is, 1 minute 32. Well, it's mostly Royal Guard just doing a ton of damage, but Basilisk brought a ton of control there, and that second wave with all those stuns. So let's go and change his gear up and put on the exciting sets, and then we'll see how much damage he can do then. Right, guys, so we just built him with our Savage and Critical damage sets. We are at about 80% crit here, 79%, 282 critical damage with 144 speed. I know that's high, but this is the gear that I had to put on him. 5,000 attack almost. We didn't have like anything better in terms of banners here. But yeah, this is the sets that we're gonna try him out. Attack percent and attack percent there. We're gonna rock on the blender team with Basilisk and see how much damage he can do in there. So first up, let's go and see his damage potential, of course, in the Dragon Lair, and then we'll go and showcase him in a blender team, just in case somebody doesn't have something like a Skull Crown or a Sinesha or something else. So we'll do our usual damage test, which our damage test, we need a defense down weaken, we need an attack booster, we do need our Battle Khazar and our Gerbtug there. So this is the team that I used to just test out the multipliers to see the big numbers, honestly. So we just boost the attack and then apply the poisons on everyone. Defense down, weaken. Let's put the poisons on ourselves, and then we're just gonna be testing out the Basilisk really. So let's try that A2 first, which I saw before we had the stun sets on. He did seem to have like huge multiplier in his A2. I didn't even check the actual multiplier. So let's see that A2 here, guys. Boom, 300k. Okay, I know these all the debuffs here are not really ideal to always have on, and the buffers and so on. So we'll just wait for his next turn to come. So we do that A1, please. Oh, there's the A1. Okay, so about 50,000. Have to see again. So counterattack. There we go. Okay, 74,000 with that counterattack. So we didn't need to actually take a turn. We countered twice because we did change the masteries, guys, to Helm Smasher and then also the counterattack mastery, which is always great to have. So now with just nothing on there, let's see what he does differently. So about 40,000, not bad. Definitely not bad. And let's see, defense down weaken. Can we get a turn now and hit them? That guy's down. Okay, hit him. Is the attack boost? Come on. Okay, everybody's just dead. There we go. 124k. Much better now. So anyway, we'll just finish off the dragon and go and do some arena fights. I'm guessing I'm going to put him in the first slot instead of Skull Crown so that we actually see when he goes first how much damage he does. And then I'll have my Sinesha to finish off the fight. So, and then I'll put him in Sinesha's place. So in case you had something like a Skull Crown. But anything really works in a blended team. It's just the ideal champions are honestly Skullcrown and Sinesha. That's why everybody just asks, okay, I don't have Skullcrown. Can I use X champion that has an A1 that's an AoE? I usually tell them yes. It really depends on your gear, honestly. That makes a huge, huge difference to the whole team composition. Didn't even see how much that A2 hit there. Was it high? We'll see. We'll see. And then there we go, 130k with that A1. Okay, let's just quickly go and see him in the arena. These are just the easy teams, honestly. But yeah, okay. Let's put our blender team on, guys. And then where's Basilisk? There's Basilisk. Okay, so we'll put him here on the slot that that he goes first on. Let's go in there. It's a very weak team against us, but we just care to see the big numbers, honestly. So all ally attack goes, and then we see Basilisk. He should go now. Boom, look at that, 80k. So we didn't even need Sinesha to go. So let's do a refresh. Hopefully we'll find a strong team here. It was reset today, so that's why we're at early gold 4 and not many strong teams against us. So this team should be annoying with a Krisk in there. If he does have a shield set, they'll have a ton of shield here. I don't think he has a shield set on. So let's see how much damage we can do now, guys. There we go. See the big numbers there? I think he did about 30K. Even with 1x, it's very difficult to see the numbers. So let's remove Sinesha. So just see his numbers and see how this works. 50K there, and then another 40K to clean off the match. Let's try this one. There you go, about 45K. So he couldn't really clear, but then he goes again, 50K, and then he finishes off the thing. Remember, guys, he also has a revive. So in case something happens and he's against a very strong team and dies, he can actually come back and kill them. So let's try that and see what he does just by himself here without anything. So we'll try and kill the Galek, of course, with the stun. There we go, 60K. Oh, he got revived by Shaman. We need a big attack on us, so we do the counter at least. So there's the 50K. We revive with block damage, guys. There it is. It wasn't enough. That's more to actually use this skill, so that wasn't enough for us to do. So yeah, let's just use a refresh and try as we said before with him in Sinesha's slot, and then we'll put Skullcrown in there. I don't even think. I mean, my Skullcrown is strong enough, so she won't really care. Let's see. Skullcrown goes, and then clean off with him about 50 to 78K. Pretty good. I mean, for a blender team, but as long as you've got the gear, guys, as long as you've got the gear, remember this. You need also to have the gear to do those big numbers. It's not always just the champion. The gear definitely helps. So they're a weak hit 4,000. definitely not a showcase of a champion. There we go, guys. Okay, thanks a lot, guys, for watching this Basilisk showcase. Yeah, he definitely was a champion that I needed to take to 60 for that secret room in the Doom Tower. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see another champion of the ones I have showcased here, just leave it in the comments down below, guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. See you, guys.